Alright, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another gameplay video. This time we've got myself on the left playing my Surge Goku deck. This is actually my top 16 list from Orlando, kind of similar to my third place list from the Chicago Regional. And on the right we have my friend Larry playing a blue-green Hirudegarn hand control deck. Actually, the thing is, like, the blue-green deck obviously did very well at Orlando, right? It came in first place and third place. But with TN being banned starting in set 9, a deck like this with like Hirudegarn leader or, you know, whatever the leader you want to play with picks up a lot of playability. Just the fact that you're able to play blue, play Dimension Magic, play good defense, that's all pretty awesome. Guys, if you're new here, make sure to subscribe, hit that bell so you never miss a video. If you guys want to support the channel, got the Patreon down below, lots of competitive content there. We got the Crosswell TCG merch store down below. And finally, guys, if you want to buy any of the cards you see in today's game, make sure you guys use my links to either TCG Player or Bearded Collectibles. Pre-ordering your set 9 stuff from Bearded is also a really good way to go. Bearded's got the best prices out there, gets stuff to you really quickly. With that being said, we're going to get right into this gameplay. So, looks like we finished up the mulligans, setting up the life here. We'll see who gets to go first in a second. Looks like Larry's going first, charging a blue-green and passing. So you see Larry is playing the Wheelo that plays for free when you use it for Revive. That pretty much tells us throughout the bat he's playing Revive. So that's a good thing to pick up there, just from the first energy of the game. And there are a few hand control Revive cards, so it does fit with the theme. One of which, off the top of my head, is the Piccolo Gohan SR from set 8. So that's a really good one. Larry pitching the Goku Black must mean he has a few of them in hand at least, because it's one of his main playmakers. I can't imagine he would discard it if he didn't have access to more of them. So now I'm going to just draw 2 because it's basically a free turn. Like, there's not much I could do. Like, I could have comboed the Raiders Warcry into play, but he's got 2 open to potentially counterplay it, so I don't want that to happen. He's also playing hand control, so I want to take the opportunity there just to draw 2 cards, so his hand control doesn't really affect me as much. I could have also defensively Warcried, which could have been pretty good, but I can always do that on the next few turns. He's going to play this 2-drop Whis from set 8. Sorry for a little bit of blur, guys. I guess the camera wasn't super focused. But this Whis says if you have a blue-green energy, and then if you play a battle card from the drop area, you will draw 1. So Larry's actually playing a really cool deck in the sense that he's playing hand control, but he's also playing battle cards like Whis, and he's playing Healing Pod to get extra draws off of Revive. So that's pretty cool. Larry did only tap down to 1 energy, though, so I know that in this turn I can take advantage of him in the sense that he can't really counterplay me well. So I go Beerus in for the crit, combo in the Bardock Raiders Warcry, attack the Warcry into the Whis, but he defends it with a negate. We're going leader into leader and passing turn. So that negate was like, I don't know, it was kind of a waste, but kind of not a waste at the same time. I think Larry wanted to ready energy for some sort of counterplay, but I didn't really give him the opportunity to use it, I guess. So, and I guess he wanted to protect the Whis because over the course of the game, the Whis will draw back the negate he pretty much used, and hopefully for him, draw more cards after that. So he is going to play the Piccolo Gohan here. Now he's going to probably attack into the Beerus. Yep, go into the Beerus. I'll have to discard a card. So pretty good value. I do discard a Goku Ape, so that can be useful next turn to draw more cards. And yeah, I think it's a rough spot for Larry in the sense that this is a deck that plays 4 Sand Instincts. So ideally, hand size will never be an issue. But he is going leader into leader. Chose not to awaken, which I found pretty interesting, because if he did awaken, I would lose an additional card from my hand. But I guess he wanted to get the Minutia ability to get more pluses, so instead of making me lose cards, he decided to go for harder pluses, which I can't really call that the wrong play. You know, it's kind of inverse of trying to do the same thing, you know what I mean? Either neg me or plus himself. He chose to plus himself, so sort of the same outcome if you look at it that way. Larry does have a few options. We see the Ramp 16 in his hand. We see the Goku Black 3-drop in his hand. And now I'm thinking here, how can I win this game without having to clear his board? Because I don't want to trigger his Revive for him, because if I do that, he'll free play the 15k Wheelo, he'll draw off of the Whis. Now I am at 5 life, so I do have the potential to just negate all of his skills and get around Revive. But he is at 4 life with 1 energy open, and if he doesn't awaken here, I have the ability to put a lot of pressure on really quickly. So we're going to draw here. Going back into my next turn with the Raiders Warcry is a lot of pressure, so that feels pretty good. We're going to charge another Raiders Warcry, because we do play 4 in the deck now, so it can clunk if we draw into too many of them. And it's a good yellow energy. You want to charge mostly yellow in my version of Surge Coup too, because of Swift Retaliation Cooler. And most of your counterplays, honestly, are yellow. Like Chomp the Trickster, you have your Beers, which is red and yellow, but you also have Nimbus as a counter. So having mostly yellow energy is really helpful. And we do have the 2 reds for the denial that you'll see in the hand. So we're comboing the Champa on the leader swing. We're comboing a red. We are arriving. No holds barred. So I'm going to choose to get rid of the Whis here. Tapping down the leader would have been cool, but if he does awaken, it's considered a new card. So he can just awaken and it wouldn't really be affected by that. So we are going to awaken. We're going to reveal Heartfelt Plea. Unfortunately, it looks like I had to put a super combo under my leader. I do have a cooler in hand, but I want to keep the cooler in case he decides to negate the Heartfelt Plea attack. So that's the logic behind that one. He does have a pretty big leader swing that he's going to have to combo out of here. Okay, so for offering, he lets me draw instead of critting, which is, you know, the majority of what happens. If Larry was at a higher life total, though, I have no doubt he would have just crit the life. Now, I'm still on my combo step. Looks like I'm going to go plus 10k and drop Champa for a huge double strike. I'm kind of trying to force the awaken here, and I know I just made the decision to not put cooler into my leader. You know, I kind of committed to 2 different play lines there, and it's kind of awkward now because I could have kept super combo in my hand, but still putting on a lot of pressure here. But if I would have committed to the Champa earlier, I could have put the cooler under my leader, kept the super combo, because putting a super combo under your leader to awaken does feel pretty bad. But we're going to see where this goes. So Larry's got a 45k double strike crit to combo out of. He is currently at 30. He's going to Senzu Bean here. And Senzu Bean once again. And in a final super combo. So that's going to be 20, 30, 40, 50. Deciding on what he wants to discard. And this is really interesting. So Larry really doesn't want to awaken here. That much is apparent because he's double Senzu Beaned and, you know, obviously he's still unawakened. But honestly, me looking at his double Senzu Bean feels really good in my position because both my threats on the board don't care about his Senzu Beans. Yeah, he can combo out of my attacks more easily, but he still has to waste cards to not take the damage. So that feels really, really good. Larry's going to combo the SS4 Vegeta here, which makes sense because my leader is basically Secret Rare proof, essentially. And he's going to take the triple strike and go to 1. Not afraid that I can kill him this turn. I don't really try to because I have access to Topo. He doesn't have access to too many great counterplays. He could absolute release ball the Topo, but I mean, he'll have to have it, and he is at 1. So if he has to use energy for that, I mean, I guess absolute release ball is free. So if he does have absolute release ball, that can be pretty good for him in this position. He does have a lot of life to plow through, though, and I have a live surge ability. So I imagine it's going to be pretty difficult for him to kill me here. But let's see what we got. And Larry's kind of in like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Because attacking with Piccolo first means I will pitch a card, but he won't get his leader draws if he cannot answer the Topo. So I will discard a card off the Piccolo effect, but like I just said, he won't draw off his leader. So that is a little unfortunate for him. He's going to go 3. Hardcast Goku Black. Okay. He's going to awaken here. Probably use the Goku Black ability to play as a Masu. Oh, it looks like he tapped 1 too little. Hopefully we catch that. But I did put him in a position where he had to answer my board and he cannot pick in my hand. And the fact that he's at 1 life doesn't really matter too much. So Larry's restanding 1 energy too many. He paid 1 too little for the Goku Black effect. Pretty much it's alright though. I mean, I got the cooler in hand. I'm just going to go all in on the leader swing here and just hope it works out. We're going to drop Banisher Food just to get rid of a 5k combo of his. It's just good math right there. So we're going leader into leader. I'm waiting for the counter so I can cooler him, but he has no counters. So we're going right to the combo step. And unfortunately, I'm at 5 life, so super combos won't draw. But I know that he's been through 3 super combos already. And I just dropped 2 of them. So I'm pretty confident in this combo power here. We'll see what he's got. So he's at 25, 35, 45, 55, 60, and that's too much. So even though he did get the 1 extra energy he wasn't supposed to, luckily it didn't end up costing us the game. But guys, hope you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Let me know in the comments below what you think. What do you think about Larry's deck? What do you think about my deck? Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.